Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, this is Nerds to Human, and welcome back to our Berber campaign. And you join us outside Thessalonica, where last time we managed to just walk in. That was interesting, and we're just going to continue walking ever onwards, actually, because we can just keep plodding on towards Constantinople. And our lovely assassin will hopefully pave the way, but it doesn't look like they've got a general here, so we're just going to destroy a random building. Hope it was something useful. Just the pub. We'll leave the pub. Why have they got a pub? Oh yeah, this was Sarmatian once, wasn't it? That's magnificent. On the note, the Sarmatians have actually put us under siege over here. I was going to say not sure what they're going to do, but they got the Bosphorus infantry. Of course they do. Very rarely I ever see them get to this stage, but there we go. So they sent themselves a decent army against me. Honestly, I'm just going to sit there and wait for them to come into me. We'll see how that all goes. Now, I also just noticed this on the end turn. I kind of forgot this is even happening. Apparently, we're trying to kill Londinium. Apparently, we are. Yes, of course, it's been a few weeks since the last episode of this. And I'm at half... Well, I have rewatched the last episode, but I missed this part. I'm a little bit lost as to what this guy is doing. Anyway, we plod over towards Londinium, where there's rebels outside. Hi, rebels. They're not my friends, are they? No, they're not. Oh, well, they're kind of my friends. They're outside Londinium. So, as far as I'm concerned, my enemy's enemy is my friend. Marvellous. And over in the east, Alexandria will soon be under attack from us. We've obviously got ourselves a fleet over here from Cadonia, which after the little uprising has been crushed, and we're in a much better place as a result. So we're going to swing over to Alexandria with that army. It's not the best in the world, but it exists, and that's pretty much all I can say for it. There is an army heading towards Cyrene as well. Of course, the earthquake did cause us a few problems. Yes, it kind of slaughtered half of our forces, so we might just hold on in Cyrene for the time being, but that's absolutely fine. We're just going to cause them lots of issues with the old blooded nose. Oh yes, of course, we had a force over here in Salona as well, just everywhere. Fingers in all of the pies. Head into Salona. Did you get yourself killed? You did indeed. Well done, sir. Sometimes you just sense it, don't you, that they're going to throw themselves to their own doom. Okay, you go back to Lecce. That'll be absolutely grand. And yeah, up in the north here, our border is looking fairly solid, with the Vandal horde just floating to the northern end of the Alps. So hopefully no problems in that part of the world. You can see here, standard civil disorder. Everything's terribly unhappy, such as Cordoba, always unhappy. We don't really have the money to plug these holes anymore, so I don't really know what I'm going to do other than just pile hillmen into here, there and everywhere. It's pretty much how it goes on Barbarian Invasion though, isn't it? So anyway, Thessalonica is going to fall. That's not really a problem. We'll just let that convert to Christianity nice and quickly in the meantime. Yep, game's bugging out now. It's not very happy about that. But more importantly, with Salamis under siege over here, and that is going to cause them a few problems. Now, do I want to head in? Probably not. No, that's going to be a big issue for us. What I probably should do, though, is make sure my boats don't get themselves murdered, so I need to be careful about all of that. Nonetheless, it looks like today our plan is to start heading ever eastward. Alexandria and Constantinople. This one might not work, by the way. We can afford these. Right, we're going to get them. Got some Bosphorans. A bit more infantry would be absolutely grand, I think. I think we're going to need them. The forces of Constantinople have actually come out to take us on. This is very good news indeed, because we can slaughter this unit and head on into the city herself. Well, this could work very well, although we've kind of had a rebellion here. The Horde have put us under siege, and everything's going wrong. But it's fine. Let's head to good old Captain Neoptanius, and we're going to take Constantinople. As you might have predicted, I'm just giving them the old run around with all of my cav. This is absolutely marvellous. General has actually charged him once or twice, so probably to stop him getting the coward trait, we should, get him just to have one good smash in. Smash in once again, pull out, and yeah, these guys are largely as good as done at this point, down to the last 30 or so, and just charge in, just finish them off. Honestly, I'm sure we'll hack them to death. Actually, I'm not quite sure about that. I forgot how bad we are. Oh yes. We're terrible. Let's remember this, Thomas. Okay, back to normal speed. A few shots in the back, and then we'll just finish them off. Good, that's what we want to see. They're wavering now. We should finally get to finish. Maybe? No, still no. But at least he might gain some experience. He's going to be called a coward now. He's a fool, if anything, but there we go. Right, 11 of them shaken. Clearly, I think the way to kill them off, is just to shoot them down. We will charge him down at the end here. Absolutely lovely. Arrows in the back, the way it's supposed to go. That's the way we need to start the day there. No unnecessary losses. Let's get back onto the campaign. Back on the campaign map, that is incredibly good news, that battle, because the Legio Lanciaria is all that's in the city. That is beautiful, beautiful news. We can head in and smack. Wow, what happened to our economy? It's absolutely destroyed. Oh well, it's absolutely fine. Put that under siege. What do we need to... Can we auto-resolve that with one ram? I reckon we can auto-resolve that with one ram. Now I remember why we're going over to England. The reason we were over here was to go and get ourselves some money. Yes. So, go put that under siege. Just get all the landers in the world. A couple towers. Absolutely fine. That will be just a walkover. No trouble there. Try and keep the boat alive, but honestly, not a lot that's likely to happen to me right now, other than getting sunk. If we can keep them alive, that would be perfect. Nothing too interesting over here. But yeah, a few problems in the world. I suppose if we can go in... we might have some problems taking it. No, actually, there's a few veterinary, but it's mostly peasants and other trash. So I should be fine to go and take them out. Without too many problems. It looks like the rebels are actually marching on me at this point. Some nations are on me over here. I'm going to lose a lot of towns very, very soon. I think the plan, ladies and gents, might just be... might just be the old win before we get slaughtered campaign. That's a good idea. Now, if we sally forth, we don't include the second army. No, it is just 1v1. So that's good. They got no siege equipment. Okay, 3 turns still surrender. It's only 3 turns though. It's not even really worth it. I could push them off and reset the turn timer, I suppose. Yeah, probably best to do that. Let's push these guys away. Well, before we get on with any of that, we should probably consider what we're doing with the rest of our forces. Over here, they have 1 tower. That's not going to do an awful lot, but yeah, how much is actually in this force? It looks a bit depleted, and indeed, it certainly looks that way from the numbers. Can they kill us? Probably not if we stand on the plaza, so I reckon we'll be okay there. This army over here, again, probably a bit depleted. Let's hover in the distance and go land over there. Let's just keep an eye on this army because we don't want it to be there when we land. We can just walk into Alexandria. That'd be ideal. In fact, we do ballistas. The auto resolve can work, although yeah, actually probably better opening the gates and having a few landers. Salamis, unfortunately, is just going to be too many losses if we go and take that, so that'll have to buy us some time. In Constantinople, it's going to take a turn or so. So yeah, things looking a little bit dicey right now, it should be said. Ah, yes, of course, we can just assault this. That's fine, let's just auto-resolve that. That was surprisingly clean, actually. So I'll happily take that. I suppose there wasn't a huge amount there. Get rid of your temple. Thank you very much. That's now made this utterly miserable. We can't actually afford to build the Christian church. Ah, that's a problem, and we're going to be back on minus 5,000 next turn. Okay, do we have any way of making that money in between? I don't think we do. We've got to clear them out. Okay, let's head over to the Huns first, the Vandals even. Let's clear them out, and then let's start worrying about everything else. So let's just reassess this over here. It's mostly Horde forces, in fact entirely Horde forces. There's no general, so I suspect the morale will be fairly easy to collapse. Horde, horsemen are the ones that I'm particularly worried about. These chosen swords are never as good as they look, even if it's good morale, good stamina. I don't know, I always find they collapse surprisingly easily, but maybe that's just me. Now, yeah, we have just about enough horse archers to do, he says. About 19 units of horse archers. Yeah, we'll be fine. We'll out-horse their horse, and then we'll horse them. That will make perfect sense. Let's go in. Well, this is certainly an unusual situation. Not really used to doing a fort battle. In fact, I think this might be the first fort battle on the channel. I really don't use them very often, but this is one of the rare occasions it's worthwhile. Ah, lovely little ruin there. The Vandals have already hoarded their way through there. We could have built the fort a little... Actually, probably couldn't have built it down here. It's not the best position. Yeah, you should have put your house up here. It's a much, much better position for it. Wouldn't mind a city over here either, actually. It looks like a fairly nice place to be, all things considered. Let's get our infantry out. Standard formation for us. Just get these guys out here. Get the hillmen in behind. Just as a kind of, I don't know, man support nonsense. The ballista is on auto-fire, so I don't imagine they'll be coming anytime soon. And yeah, just get those cavalry running. Honestly, just, yeah, horsing them is probably going to be the main way to victory here today. Possibly the best thing about what they're doing right now is that they're just running down the hill. They're just giving me the height here, which is ridiculous. Just start drowning these guys in all the areas in the world. In fact, to be honest, let's just get on top of them. What are they doing over here? Let us get... Oh god, we're just a big mess right now. Get on top of these guys. Please. Oh, that's... We're just a mess. Okay. All cav into these chaps. I'm sure we'll just slaughter them. They're no trouble whatsoever. We're getting shot by their horses. Let's just, as I said, we're going to out-horse the horses before we horse them. So let's out-horse the horse, Thomas. This is just one ridiculous shuffle right now. I don't really know what's going on. Right, just charge into these guys. Just hit some of them. Just hit any unit you can hit. They'll break pretty much straight away anyway. They always seem to, in my experience. There we go. That's what we always look for. Right, moving to the next unit. Shoot them down as much as possible. We're actually losing way more than I'd like, probably because we're in a huge mass and essentially a very, very easy target. All missiles, just get onto them. They're actually broken, which is impressive. I wasn't really expecting that. Yeah, well, that's fine. We're just going to start getting around them. You all head into there, and these guys are going to continue heading down to these chaps. In fact, just get on top of those spearmen. Honestly, they are absolutely terrible. They won't last very long at all. Now, let's go and get our archers back over this side of the battlefield. These chaps, despite being spearmen, are absolutely terrible against cavalry, so we're just going to move on to the next unit and the next unit, and this one might not break because we haven't actually charged them, so might now pull out, might just pull out at this point, but the horses are going to start doing their lovely, lovely work. The Equites are running terrible as ever they were. Some infantry is moving in that direction, I'm not sure why. Just going to get themselves killed, but that's fine by me. They want to kill themselves, they are absolutely welcome. General will probably be fine taking on their horsemen. So their general actually, so best just to send an extra unit or two just to finish them off. Yeah, that's fine. Only to save his own skin. Right, just pile on top of them. They're just going to break as soon as you hit them anyway. You might just be horse archers, but frankly, this army is just going to fall apart. Ah, yes, in the Swiss Alps, Swiss cheese, etc., etc. Yeah, they're completely falling apart. This is good, and we can do this one army after the next. That is just what we want to see. Okay, all of the horses, just get after their horses. My other lads, yeah, just aim for these chaps at this point. We'll just use sheer numbers on what they've got left. Infantry, charge down the hill, finish them off. Yeah, what's it about all these hordes? We're just slaughtering them all. There they go, flying. What is it with these infantry? They're 22 defense, good morale, good stamina, apparently. But what do they ever do? Whenever I see them, you see them fall apart. Maybe it's just never actually with a good army. I don't know. Something like that, anyway. Nonetheless, we can finish off most of these guys. I don't think we're going to catch the cav, but I think everyone else is, yeah, they're very much bread and butter at this point. It's just going to be a slaughter. The hills are alive with the sound of... Well, if that's anything to go by, there's nothing to worry about with these hordes whatsoever. Just line them up, literally line them up, and watch them get knocked over. This is marvellous. Well, that's one problem dealt with anyway. Rebels. We've got a lot of rebels to deal with, haven't we? Let's just try a poke on these chaps over here. 5 to 7 5 to 7. Oh, but this guy Salama is quite good. I reckon Salama can do it. Wow, the game really hates rebels sometimes, doesn't it? Okay, that's all right. And that clears up the whole thing. Well, that's good. That means we have the money to hire mercenaries somewhere if we needed them. Exterminate that. That's 16,000. Woohoo! There we go. Get more destruction. Destruction and destruction. Killing our own people. That's the way that you get money. You just steal it off your own people when you burn their city to the ground. Marvellous. Right, I think I've got a few rebels to go and pick off around the map here. And then some money to spend, which is absolutely marvellous. We can now afford the church, which is good news because, yeah, I don't think Salina was going to go very well otherwise. I'm not sure how Christian this guy is, but we're not converting them very, very quickly at all, are we? Now, in terms of, yes, he is a Christian teacher. I thought he was a bit extra on the old Christian front, so that is a tiny, tiny help in our favour. And the fact that this should be Christian, yes, indeed it is actually helping us. So, yeah, the old tactic of taking this and then it flipping back did actually work in our favour to some extent, so that's absolutely great. Now, over here, we, yeah, I think we're just going to buy time. We're buying it for time over there, as we are in Salamis, as we slowly siege that down. Where do we really need to be spending this money, though? I'm not sure, you know. Definitely need to try and hold on to what's absolute nonsense going on over here. Yeah, I don't know how we're going to hold on to all of this. It's the economy is struggling, so I guess we have to spend all this in one go. Actually, no, it's sort of stabilised. There we are. Killing people is literally the only solution that works, and it appears to be working. So, where does the money need to be spent? I think it needs to be up here. I reckon we could do with some reinforcements. Now, yes, I think you might need to go and do so. You're terrible. Different commander, uncomfortable near Romans. I don't know what you did. I can't. Oh, you were the close defeat. Yeah, when the game bugged. I don't even know what happened with that battle. Still, absolutely no idea. I say no idea. I think I might have. I think there might have been like one unit with like 5 men left, and I just quit, assuming that I'd won. And technically, I hadn't won, so it made me lose. I think that might be what happened, but I honestly don't know. Barbarian Invasion does some weird things though when you play with the game files. Although I say that this is a clean version of the file. This is completely clean. It's just the Berbers. He says that I do so much editing with this game that it's probably not been clean for a long time. Probably since about 2005, I imagine. Okay, I'm going to spend this money somewhere, I guess, because I don't trust the game when it says that I'm going to have money next turn. Think I might just need to buy up some troops now. And to be honest, as much as Constantinople is one unit, I reckon, yeah, I'm just going to buy them. Just going to buy the infantry. Got infantry now. We're ready to head in, and I reckon we can do it next turn. What's going to happen in the meantime, though, I don't know. Britannia Superior is ready to fall. That's great, but I want to leave American alone just in case. Yeah, they're romano-british. Just going to leave them alone. Maybe head back over to North France to keep causing problems. The Goths are still floating. Oh, God knows what to do. It's all just complete chaos. On the note of complete chaos, here comes the utter destruction of us in good old Amima. Yeah, we're in big trouble here. Doubtful courage, though. Interesting. What is there here that could work in our favour? He's got gloomy. Okay, this is very, very exciting. -2 on morale. Now, we have terrible troops. He has experience on his, but there's quite a few with low units, so we could see a few routes. Okay, not a lot of siege equipment. This could be interesting. I mean, we've just got to sit on the plaza and just hope we can pick them down. But yeah, the general here, low morale and a city siege, even with a terrible force like this. Surely not. Surely not. 3 to 10 it says on here. Well, let's see if we can do it. Let's give it a go.
Pull on your armor, grasp your shield and take up the blade. For our enemies, the sun has risen for the last time.
Yes, we will slaughter them. here today. So what do they have? What do they have? Bosman infantry heading in with the ladder. I can't stop. We've only got basic stone walls, it must be said. And they are attacking at not the best defended position in the world, but we've got a few towers. So we can get some shots down on the walls here. The javelins, is it going to be worth... It might be worth a unit around here. Just for some javelins. It's probably not worth it at all, is it? I don't think it's going to be worth it. To be honest, I think we should... Let's say that. It's going to be worth just to hold this for a short time. Probably will be, you know. We can hold it for just long enough to keep some towers on. I'll tell you what, I'm going to leave one unit there. One unit is going to stay there. The rest of us can just all hang out here in the plaza. We're going to have an absolutely wonderful time in the plaza. Now, what is their logical way of entry? That's a bit of an awkward wangle around, isn't it? So the AI, yeah, they'll just come straight up here, which is actually potentially decent for us. Potentially decent indeed. So we can get the hillmen in here just to go onto javelin mode. And then we're just going to have all the peasants in the world standing around about here. Okay, assuming they come in this way, that is the plan. Keep them in this position. As long as one of them is standing on the plaza still, they count as being on the plaza. Javelins can hit them in the side. That's the idea here. And indeed, the general can... Yeah, actually, let's do it this way. And then we get the general to do a little charge into them at whatever point. Okay, this has a chance to work. Not much of a chance, but we can do something, hopefully. Now, the sensible decision I thought was to keep the general over here, just to make sure that they've got a bit of extra encouragement. Indeed, their spirits are officially being lifted by the general, which is marvellous. I'm just going to go and get my Bosran, yeah, the Bosran lads javelined, if that would work for me. 81 of them. So, yeah, if we can just get the javelins into them pretty soon. Don't fire at will, actually. I want to do it over here. Was that screaming? Was that oil? I don't know what that was. So these guys are... Sadly, we're not level 4. If we were level 4... Yeah, if we were a level 4 city right now, this would be perfect, because we might well get a lucky glitch with that. Right, you fire at will, preferably on these guys here. There we go. So throw your javelins down. We might be able to get a good hit on these guys. Are we doing any damage? I don't know that we are. A few javelins coming in. Yeah, we did a tiny bit. That guy honestly just brushed it off. Not ideal. Not ideal. But, oh well. So, I'm just going to tell the hillmen... Yeah, 3-1-1 more. And then get yourselves halfway. And then hopefully we'll be able to hold them off a little bit. Those javelins really just don't do anything at all, do they? We've got very unlucky also with... yeah, all of the siege equipment's managed to get to the walls. I say all of it. There's only 2 pieces of equipment. So this will have to be a fallback to the plaza, I reckon. But how long can the towers shoot for? I don't know. The longer the better. So we'll just keep the general here as long as possible. The hillmen are only steady as the first boss friends arrive. The gate falls, and so does the oil along with it. So we've just got to let that keep splashing, because I don't want to actually kill my general with it, but I would like to charge him out and hit these guys to slow them down. Potentially, anyway. These hillmen are kind of weirdly... How did they end up in this position where they're kind of works, kind of doesn't work at all? They're about to break, aren't they? They're going to break almost instantaneously. Shaken. Blow the horn. Yeah, blow the horn. They're a bit confused what to do, but if it keeps the tower shooting someone a bit longer, that would be ideal. So you just keep hanging around at the gate, see how much damage these chaps can do. We've already done 16%. Wow, that's quite good. So 16% for the 3% we've lost. Boston's at 81. They've not lost anything. They've lost 20. Not worth it for this unit. Really has not been worth it, I don't think. Although I suppose if it means they haven't taken the tower, they've taken the tower. Okay, run away, General. Run away. Just get back to the plaza then. Yeah, in they come. In they come. They are flooding in, and sadly that means we are in big trouble now. So this means we've got to somehow do it with whatever we've got left. They're going to start taking the odd tower. That means, yeah, this one's already gone, so they're not going to get shot, sadly. as they come along here. Perfect, in a perfect world. It's an interesting little graphical glitch there. Hello, Misty Yellow Square, rectangle-y thing. Yeah, sadly that tower has been taken. That could do horrendous damage if we got lucky and they didn't go and take it. But there we are. We'll wait for them to come in. The first cavalry enters the battlefield. It's one herdsman, the worst of all of the units, and he was immediately killed. Well done, sir. Steve at the front there has done his job. Glory, we've defended the onslaught, as they cry. There's more where that's coming from, sadly. Although, they're a little bit away. Don't know why that guy got so far ahead. Absolute mentalist, but yeah, they're coming. They are coming. Had to divert some of the peasants over here because some of them are actually going around. Just got to be careful about that. But I do need numbers over here where possible, so just got to be careful. There is... What is even coming this way? To be fair, it's just one man. No, it's not just one man. Sadly, it's not just one man. Okay, we are pretty much there, ready for the attack at this point. These javelins are just going to have to go on very, very, very soon indeed. Right, what's happening here? These guys are getting charged. They're already gone. Oh, they're going to waste all their javelins on those, like, 4 men at the front. I knew this would happen. Darn and blast. Okay, throw them into those equites back there. Javelins ahoy! See, look, they're coming in. Coming to the wrong place. Get the peasants in the way! Peasants, intercept them! Peasants have intercepted. Well done, peasants. Good work. And these javelins can start throwing into there. You hold back. You hold back. They will hopefully just break soon enough. There we are, breaks! Breaks and breaks and more breaks. These guys are swanning around like, well, swans, I guess. I just kind of want them to use up their javelins before this all goes wrong. Peasants, charge! Charge! Over that side, nothing happening just yet. Get the general to charge him. General just heading a little bit. Actually, he's right at the front, isn't he? Let's get him out of there. Get him out of there. He's not the best commander, by the way. He hasn't got any morale buffs for himself, but he is quite a good governor. It's a factionaire, technically, by the way, in case you're not aware. Now, we're just going to have to use our general the way I wanted to, which was just to send him in for a charge here or there. So this is what we're going to have to do over here. Get the charge in. Smashy, smashy. And hopefully a few of those will do us very well indeed. That's really our best bet here today. Get the peasant in. Get the peasants in. We're going to send these other hillmen in as well. Send them in. My general needs to pull out of there. Get out of there. They have too much experience here. We can't do it. Ag. Right, you sir, get yourself into here. General really needs to get better use of himself, but there's just too many good units here. Peasants are getting chunked down way too quickly. These peasants are just going to have to join the fight. We need as many in one pile as possible. You guys throw more and more javelins in. My general is not doing enough damage. These peasants are just going to have to hold off. The Federati, we can take them out, hopefully. Okay, this is, unfortunately, we are going to lose. We are going to lose. But there is one break. One break there. What? We can't kill that warlord. We just don't have enough. It's not enough here. So sad. They've got too much experience is our problem here, really. General is going to have a heroic stand. Not enough being done by him. But we've done some decent damage. 90% to 42% is not that good, is it? We just don't have enough. There goes the general. There goes his general. Where's the last Steve? Who's going to be the last one? There's a couple hillmen here as well. Oof. They're sent flying. Sent flying by the cavalry. And we've got virtually no one left. Oh, all by himself. And down he goes. The last man!
Defeat has come.
Ah!
Welcome guest indeed.
Oh, an unwelcome guest here in France. There we are, clear defeat. Sadly, we were just too terrible. Now, admittedly, I was a little bit over... I wouldn't say confident, positive. Overly positive about the potential of that battle. And our people have been exterminated. That's our job. Rude. Absolutely rude. But we do still have a spine here, which is odd. Well, isn't that odd that he managed to elude it? So they now have themselves... Well, they've lost some of their army, actually, as a result of that, haven't they? Yes, that's their second of 3 cities. Okay, this army isn't going to take that. They were just dealing with the rebels. So yeah, don't worry about that, ladies and gents. I'm not that foolish. They were just dealing with rebels. Largest faction, the Berbers. Glory be to us. Salona's rioting and rebellion. Obviously it is. Gosh, we can't do anything about this, can we? So good old Gundabad. Can't do anything about him either. They've royally sodded off, for want of a more technical term. That's good news. And as for that army, no. Okay, one more turn. One more turn to Alexandria. They just slightly misclicked. Their hero's death, new faction heir. Don't see this one very often. Good old Shurabil. He's not too bad, is he? Reverent, good-looking Christian, good ambusher for commander and faction heir. I'd say he's a sensible choice. Rebellion, Eastern Empire. Where's it this time? I don't know. Don't have many eyes on the region. I know this was rebel. Yeah, it's flipped back. That makes sense. Okay, Constantinople. Clear victory. We are walking in. We're exterminating the city. We've got piles and piles of money. It's actually Christian, maybe. Should be. Certainly should be. Basilica. Woohoo, it's Christian. Alright, we've got it. We've got Constantinople. Life is good. In fact, no, we'll keep it Constantinople because of... I was going to rename it Tomzantium for a moment, but no, I think since it's a Christian city and we're Christians, we will keep it as Constantinople. That's absolutely fine. Now, is this going to be... Are we going to be able to hold on to this? Maybe. I know we're kind of leaving a big wreck behind us as we go and smash up all of Hellas, but no, this is going okay. Who shall die this day? Any Roman, please. Maybe these guys. We'll keep them alive for a little while. What's the rebel capital? It's changed around now. Salona has a Christian shrine. We can now afford to actually repair. I can't talk anymore, ladies and gents. My mind has completely melted. But let's get some archers. Not bad as a little extra bit of garrison. Lecce has set down a little bit. I say that it was probably absolutely fine already. 19,000 monies. I don't think that's going to be worth spending it on. No. I'll tell you what we need to do. We need to, as much as we don't technically need to go and grab this, it's certainly not part of the Carthaginian empire that we so gloriously managed to bring together last episode. No, I reckon we need some revenge on the Sarmatians, albeit they did have Constantinople at an earlier point, so they've already put a tavern there, which is funny. But no, I think we're going to need revenge, so let's build up a force of some sort. You can only really get hillmen and archers, so I guess that's your job. You can get some of those. What can you get? You must have something good here. Oh yeah, with the Berbers, we don't have any good troops. Thomas. Oh, you fool. You do one episode as the Slavs and you suddenly think we got decent troops again. No, we are terrible. An intriguing battle at Salamis, not one I was expecting. Hamza is under attack. For some reason they've sent Unit of Libertane to come and deal with us. That is just hilarious. Which is ideal really, because it means we can take this quicker and move on. I say that. We've actually got to win the battle. But we've got all of the horses in the world and they only have 1 unit of hippos. So yeah, marvellous stuff. We can take out the faction leader as well, albeit he might be a little bit tricky. Though, yeah, I was going to say don't see anything particularly good. I missed Obsessional Trainer because the arrow was over it. Yeah, that's +1 morale straight away. He's not the best general though, so not the biggest area of control when it comes to his command. But yeah, only 1, +1 on the morale. I reckon we've got this. Just drag them in arrows. As ever with this kind of battle, what we just need to do is shoot them from a distance and, well, give them enough time to let the reinforcements decide they're definitely going to get involved. Because sometimes you kill them too quickly and they kind of decide it's not really very clever of them to be here. Indeed, that might be what happens here. So let's go and finish off those Limitane, make sure they don't get back to the city, and we'll just make sure all of these chaps start to do a bit of horse archery. So you go off and horse into the distance, show those hippos how it's done. We're completely slaughtering this general here. We're shooting the non-shield side with about 8 units of horse archers here. So yeah, he's looking incredibly weak. I've done the damage I like to do to the infantry, but frankly, it doesn't matter if we kill this guy. Well, it doesn't matter, but we can keep running away is the main point. So yeah, keep on going, lads. This is glorious. The faction leader pretty much dead already. This battle is looking like a hilarious mess for them. Shoot their equite now, just get some good hits on them. Their hippos are being chased down by our cavalry, which is absolutely perfect. These, yeah, equite are not in good position right now. They're trying to get around the back, I think, but honestly, yeah, they've just completely fallen apart. That is absolutely fine. These guys, yeah, just get on top of those chaps. These cav can just chase off their cavalry. Preferably, actually, the hippos can go and do it because that would be perfect. The general's actually fleeing. Oh, that's interesting. No, hippo. Just shouting hippo now. Yeah, hippos, get yourself over here. Go and take him out. Something's happening. Not supposed to be happening. I think we're winning. That's what's happening. It's not supposed to be what's happening, but that's the case. So get all these cavalry out of there. It's supposed to be on skirmish. I clearly forgot to press it at some point. General, hit those lads. That'll clear them out. Hopefully this general will come back into battle at some point. Hippos, just chase them down. You guys can finish off those lads. In fact, no, just leave them. See the Eastern Archers. I don't know what they're still doing in this battle. General's going to smash into them. Done a good amount of damage, which frankly, yeah, actually he's managed to do it. That's good. Just finish off all of this. Yeah, we're just picking them off at this point. Just pick them off. This is ridiculous. Just slaughtering them. Now, I don't think we're going to be able to catch this general, but if it's just him left in the town, it's just a simple water resolve. The game is very happy to give us the victory there. So you still just pull out because you're about to get yourself javelin to death, or at least my horse archers probably are. No, it's my general. It's a bit of pain for him, but not the worst thing in the world. There's another general over there. Of course there is. Right, all of you, pin him, give him a good slamming. That's just what he needs on a good old Friday night. So that's him getting pinned down by my cav. The hippos are shooting, but they failed to take him out. That's unfortunate. Our hippos on their hippos, we've got double the numbers, we'll be absolutely fine. We pinned down their general. That is ideal. At this point, yeah, we're just chasing down what's left. This is a fool's game, sirs. Down he goes. Look at that beautiful outfits, by the way. They looked... Oi, trying to admire our fashion. Somewhere, with some... Yeah, look at this. Glorious gold stripes. This is just beautiful. We're probably still wearing bronze, but there we go. We are magnificent. Mass slaughter by horse archer, the only way that we're ever going to win, and thus it is showing. Well, that and the snow, of course. Snow is generally our way to victory. But Salamis pretty much empty. The game was sort of doing a weird blurry thing. The Western Empire still exists. I forget about that. Of course, they still exist. We're the most advanced of all of the factions, which is embarrassing for every single one in the world. Constantinople's rioting. Why would you riot? Such a lovely, lovely place to live. We've renamed the town properly and everything. Killing all my mercenaries. I don't like that at all. Okay, more money is needed. I feel very much like miniature nerd now on Crusader Kings. I'm just another raid. Just raid England again. Raid Ireland again. Take Londinium. Burn it to the ground. And that's absolutely grand. All of the money in the bucket. Now, the Huns, the Vandals even, they're doing it again. So we might have repeated that. So we'll, won't worry about that too much. These guys can probably win this. Indeed they can. We'll just go and finish those guys off. I'm sure we'll win. You should never be sure of anything with these guys, as we know. But, yep, that's another town cleared out. And it's more rebels. Where are they all coming from? We'll have to clear them out at some point because we need to go and reinforce when we go and launch our counter-attack. What I will do, though, is get myself a chieftain or two around here. Got a bit of money now. So possibly worth getting myself just some generals. The only thing that's any good. Yeah, we'll do that. Marvellous. Get some chieftains and some horse archers, and we'll just start drowning the Sarmatians in their own stew. That'd be perfect. A stew of horsey arrows. Or arrow... I don't know. Lots and lots of arrows anyway. Do you remember me saying that I thought we could hold on to Constantinople? Yeah, no, we can't. But I can try and hire up desperately anything I can and put on some sort of a last hold. Albeit, from what I can tell, yeah, this is the force that... By the way, I didn't actually lose Thessaloniki to the Eastern Empire. It rebelled. So they've got 5 experienced silver gold peasants. 9, 1, 13! Amazing! Those peasants are absolutely insane. They're much better than my Berber axemen, I can tell you that. That is magnificent, but quite terrifying at the same time. I get a bit of practice on that, chap. That would be marvellous. Salona, God knows what we're doing. What are we doing? I'll tell you what we're doing. We're going to land at Alexandria, because that is where victory lies. And technically, we could just head in. We could just head in, but... What do we need to do it? Armoured camels. Always get the armoured camels. We can head in, but not sure that's necessarily a good idea. Just do a ballista. Auto resolve will work. It certainly won't if I try it, so I'm not going to do that. However, I think we've got a bit of time. So, can we do this? He's not here. The other army isn't around. I'll tell you what, with the siege a moment, head into the city. Double chance of the gates. Now, it doesn't say they're open. Shame. But if we can get them open as well as a few towers, that could be how we win the game right there. And honestly, this is just going to be a grind for all of history. I think we're just looking to complete the game and, yeah, get some revenge over here. That's pretty much what the plan is. Hold Well, I'm not sure about holding Constantinople. Have Constantinople at some point. And, yes, go and grab Alexandria. So I think that'll be the plan for next time. But before we do that, we should probably go and just finish off over here. Yeah, Sextus Flavius, not much left here. A night attack, why not? 19 kills. I think last episode, by the way, we're supposed to night battle. I think it was in Cadonia. I said, let's go into the night battle! And then we did night battle. Yeah, that happens sometimes. I think it's a bit like when I tell the AI army to reinforce and then it does the opposite. I think sometimes when you go onto the menu, because I generally drop a save before I do a battle, just to make sure that when the game crashes I'm not completely ruined in terms of my footage. And yeah, I think when you go back onto the menu and then go back, then it doesn't always work. I think it might be that anyway. So, that gives us Salamis. Hamza the Butcher. Marvellous stuff, I love it. And with that, we'll just get ourselves some more hillmen. Salamis has been taken. We can plant down a watchtower. That's the most important thing. As ever, watchtower. It's very unhappy with me. Now, yeah, it's pretty Christian. Let's just get rid of the temple. There we go. That's much better. But I might just take my army out of here for a turn, just to settle it down. Just so that I say settle it down, just so I don't lose ridiculous amounts of troops. I'll put in some of the easily retrained ones. Just those basic lads can go back in the town. That'll be fine. We'll send everyone back next turn. We'll pick up all of these guys whilst we're here. That'll be marvellous. So next time, we're going to win the game. We're going to take Alexandria. That is all we need technically to win. 10 settlements, including Berber, which I imagine is this over here. Including Berber. Is there a region called Berber? Is that just the game being weird? I don't think so. Apparently there's a region called Berber, but there isn't. Anyway, we're going to hold 10 regions, including our own faction and Alexandria. God knows what's going on. I've ruined the game here. There we go. We have money again, mainly because we keep burning everything down. So we'll take Alexandria. We'll attempt to hold on to Constantinople desperately against all of the world's most menacing peasants. And we'll try and take back some of France. But honestly, if we don't, good luck to them. And yeah, Londinium, we don't really know what we're doing up here, apart from being a little piggy bank. We'll have to figure out something for these guys to do to finish off the game. But yeah, all of that will come next time. I will leave you. I'm Thomas. This is Nerds to Gaming, and this has been our Berber campaign. Thank you, and goodbye.
Go, my puppies, go! Hunt down the German dogs.
My chariots are complete lunatics! Stop charging into the spears! Stop charging into the spears! Why do these guys not break? Everyone else has fled. Go home. Go home. What is happening at the chariots?